So we've been working on this project called Twisted Tower for 2 years, and I'm confused today, honestly, and I'm a little freaked out because the project has taken 2 years. We've spent over 6 figures. I have a team, 2 people underneath me, 1 full-time guy and another part-time guy, Felipe and AJ. And basically, all the publishers we reached out to about the project have either ghosted us or they said no. Even the smaller ones said no. When you look for a publisher, it's because you need money, right? You need funding. So I was expecting an offer to come through this week. It didn't come through. It's kind of just been silent. I'm starting to think we're not gonna get funded and that we just need to, I think we just maybe need to move on. I don't know. This game has had way too many changes. I gotta be honest, like I've been feeling really insecure because I used to change my games all the time. I would change the character art, I would change the story, I would change the music. And when you're indie or like when you're solo and you have basically nobody else working for you, it's not a big deal because it's your time is being wasted. But the moment that I started doing this to Felipe, where I would just, for example, we changed the game name from Sliver to Father. Then we changed it from Father to Twisted Tower. We changed the environment from a medieval, like an old school Wolfenstein medieval castle. We changed it from that to an Art Deco hotel. We changed the mechanics of the game to being purely a sort of Duke Nukem shooter to being more of a platformer shooter like Half-Life or Portal. I've learned that you can't do that all the time. You've eventually got to stop making changes and commit. And this was even affecting my relationship with my wife. All of these constant changes are expensive, and I can't imagine how stressful it is for her because she's, you know, taking care of the kids and I'm rambling on about Teletubbies.
Thomas is the changing of the waves. He is constantly changing an idea, or something will start one way and I'll get so used to the way the game is, everything that he's talked about the game, and then the next day I go into his office to see what he's done and it's a completely different idea, completely different. And I think it's good that I can be this kind of steady mountain that he hits up against. You got a whiff of a publisher last year and then you changed the game. It has been whiplash.
I know.
This.
I compare being an indie game developer to being, I think this is me just maybe because I think it's cool, but I compare it to being like Jack Sparrow or like a pirate. And your job as the pirate captain is to look for the booty. So you gotta look through your what is it, a telescope or whatever it is. You gotta look through your telescope and you've gotta find where the islands are and where is the treasure, right? The problem with this is that when you have a crew and you're pretty sure the booty's on one island, so you go to that island and you start digging for it and there's nothing there. The crew they have to rely on some credibility. They have to think, well, we've gotten treasure before, right? We got it at a different island, so he just missed this one, right? But if you miss it twice or 3 times, then your crew starts to question whether your opinion is even valid. So by the time we had changed the game name 3 different times, I was feeling like I had led my team to all these different islands. And I remember having a Discord call with Felipe and feeling like I was just not the guy for this job. And I think that's why this today is so important to me. I would love for a publisher to say, no, you are on the right track. This is a cool idea and we want to invest in it and we want to partner with you.
Tiny, I want you to imagine something. Imagine, really think hard about reaching the top of this twisted tower.
If there's a publisher that would be perfect for this game, it would be a publisher who's not shy about first-person shooters, not shy about violent games, dark, gritty games. I mean, that's the charm of Max Payne, or Duke Nukem, Doom, or Wolfenstein. The absurd grittiness, the absurd violence. Just boomer shooters in general, there's an absurdity to them but I don't even know if those publishers exist anymore, honestly. And if they do, they're few and far between. So maybe it's wishful thinking. So yeah, it's a complicated game. It's taken forever, and 6 months of trying to get a contract with a publisher. And today I was really hoping for something. I mean, there's nothing. It's just been radio silence. Yeah, I don't really know where we go from here.
Hey, buddy.
So, I had a call yesterday with 3D Realms. And, you know, things have been...
shitty.
Yeah. And so, it's been back and forth. So, all in all, I just signed the contract. And so did they. So, we are signed with 3D Realms.
Oh. You bastard.
Yeah, I'm just excited, man. Because, I mean, 3D Realms is like this 30-year-old brand. I mean, I grew up playing their games. I think you grew up playing their games. And I think it's awesome that we get to continue that legacy of just making really fun shooters. And I know that the team at 3D Realms, including Justin, he's the chief creative officer, he just wants to make great action games. The question is there a hunger in the market for 3D Realms style games? You know, because you can have a 30-year-old brand, but if they don't want it anymore, they don't want it.
There is, and I even explain that because right now you have developers complaining that one, publishers are all over the place signing all sorts of games that no one understands the identity, so there's no lane ownership, right? Where are all the action games? It's like, what if my feelings are just some crazy fun shit that I want to blow up?
So we're completely good here. 3D Realms wants to sign Twisted Tower. The contract is done.
Yeah, you're good.